Hello, Renaissance dudes. Let's talk about something today that I think is important, especially if you are in sales, which most of you are in one way or fashion or another. There really are four top things that most successful salespeople have. Well, let's go over those very quickly. There's nothing here that I'm going to tell you that you haven't heard before. Maybe you need a reminder, maybe I need a reminder. Number one, you've got to have a hunter mentality. You can't just sit back and think that it's going to come to you. You've got to be proactive, man. You got to go get it. Whatever your way is, you've got to go fishing. You can't catch fish without going fishing, without having bait. You can't go deer hunting. You can't go rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, whatever, bear hunting, whatever hunting that you've ever done. You've got to go after it. So a hunter mentality is very, very important. And then with that hunter mentality in sales, you got to be able to qualify your salesperson or business quickly. There's a lot of people out there, businesses out there, who can waste a huge amount of your time who are never going to buy a damn thing from you because you didn't qualify them. So you've got to learn how to qualify somebody and have a methodology behind your sales process. You got to have a sales process. You got to be organized. You got to keep up with it. You can't just shoot from the hip. So hunter mentality. Number two, remember that these are people. They're not robots. They're not inanimate objects. They are people that you're trying to sell. So you need to care for them. You need to make sure you're providing good solutions for their problems. And one of the ways you can do that is through that discovery process. We've lost a lot of that in sales, is where you have that strategy of being able to ask them questions to get to a point where you're customizing what it is that they need. Don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole, trying to sell somebody something they don't need, whether it's a product or service. So hunter mentality, and remember that these are people. Number three, grit. Man, you got to have grit. A lot of people just don't have grit today. I mean, when things happen, they give up. I recruit a lot of salespeople, and man, the first adversity, a lot of times they're like, oh, I can't do it anymore. So you got to have grit. So be educated about your product, your service, who you are, and develop a relationship where you're not going to give up. You have the ability to overcome adversity. And if you've not had any, you've not been in sales long enough, or you've not lived long enough, because you will have adversity at some point in time. So don't give up. And the last one is teamwork. We cannot get anywhere in life without other people. We got to have others. Sales is a place with a lot of big egos, and none of those people got to where they are without having assistance from other people. So remember those four things as you grow in your ability. And another thing with that, don't ever stop growing, man. A hunter mentality, remember that these are people that we're dealing with. Got to have that grit, and you got to have teamwork. So Renaissance dudes, let's implement those things, remember those things, and happy hunting.